Hi, everyone, and welcome. I hope everyone is doing well and that you're ready for this coming week, that you have all your goals written down, you're excited, and you have your intentions as well written for this week. So, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so grateful for having you here. If this is the first time that we are meeting, I am Leila. I'm passionate about health awareness and helping home based business owners take their business to the online platform. And I hope that every time you come through, you get tons of motivation, inspiration, and tips for you to go out, grow yourself, and grow your business as well. And if it's not the first time that we are meeting, I'm so grateful for actually having you here. So if you missed the vision board party today, you can let me know so I can send you the link. You can have a look at it. I think it was really enlightening, seeing things differently and seeing how we can actually change and how we can actually build our vision board to make it work for us in 2021. So today we're going to be talking about how to actually start making this New Year resolutions, but instead of resolutions, really make commitments that are going to be carried out throughout 2021. And we're going to be talking about a few things that you have to think about, and that a few things that can help you really make your decisions for the next year really stick. And that could be in any part of your life, and that could be on for your business, for your personal life, for your finances. So really, really important for you to make the decision and go out and start doing it. So how to make New Year's resolutions that actually stick, how to make 2021 a completely different year from this year. So let's look at the first thing is when you are going to start making goals for 2021, you definitely need to start by being realistic. And realistic doesn't mean that you have to diminish your possibilities or only focus on what you can do right now, but really deciding, you know what, I know I want to be a millionaire, but I know that it might require a lot of work. It will require a lot of patience and will require a lot of trial and errors, and it will also include a lot of rejection. Those are realistic things. Those are things that are going to happen. And as a person, as entrepreneur, you need to be ready for that, right? You cannot say that I want to be a millionaire and everything is going to work well, everything is going to be fine, because that's not really realistic. I mean, you are going to be facing objections. You are going to be facing people that won't believe in the idea that you have. And those are things that you have to prepare yourself for. So by staying realistic, it also allows you to prepare for the possible obstacles that might come. And when you also stay realistic, it also allows you to say that even though there are going to be some obstacles coming through my way, I'm still going to be committed to what my dream is. And I also understand that my dream might take a little bit of time, that my dream might take a little bit of extra work, that it might not go as I planned in my mind, but I'm really committed to what it is, and I'm committed to actually accomplish it. So, really, really important for you to think about those things. Staying realistic doesn't mean that you're diminishing your goal, it means that you're understanding that there are things that are beyond your control, but all the things that are on your control, you're going to be taking the maximum of it. You're going to be doing the best that you can. And that is in every spheres of your life. And when we spoke about in the vision board party today, we spoke about the wheel of life. So it also stands for on your wheel of life. It also stands for all of those different parts. Also stands for the staying realistic on those goals. Number two is that you definitely want to be specific. Specific is so important because we live in this idea that, everything is out there, everything is very relative. We don't really take as much action as we would because it's right there. It can happen, it cannot happen. You really need to be specific, and when you're specific, it also allows you to be focused. It allows you to know exactly where you want to be and know exactly what some of the actions that you need to take every single day in order for you to get there. So being specific, saying that, you know what, in 6 months, I want to finish my first book. It really pushes you to divide your book. If it's going to be 100-page book, you're going to be dividing with the amount of days that are left. And you know that each day, for example, you'll have to write 10 pages, because you will probably need like 2 months for your editor to look at it. So you really want to do that. You really want to be specific, because being specific really allows you to be focused. And focus is so important in anything in life, because it really allows you to decide that, you know what, this action is really taking me to the right way, and this action is not really, it's not taking me there. So once you have found those actions that are really moving you towards your goals and your dreams, then you know that you're going to be doing more of them. And when you find those that are not really serving you, you're going to choose not to do them at all. So really, really important for you to start thinking about being more specific about your goals for 2021, and not just abstract and very relative. Really put dates on them. And remember, the dates don't really mean that if they don't happen on that time, then you're going to quit the goal. It just says that, you know what, I'm allowing myself to, there were things that I wasn't expecting to happen, and I'm allowing myself to rearrange and readjust as well. So being specific doesn't mean that if it doesn't happen then you have failed. It just means that if it doesn't happen then, it's time for you to think about what might have happened, what could you have changed, and how can you do it differently. So number 3 is that you also want to create small mini goals in your journey to your bigger goals. And I like this part, because as entrepreneurs, we think very wide, and we think, we really very creative, and we have amazing big goals. And sometimes we forget that smaller steps can actually take us to the big goals, and we forget to also celebrate those small wins that we do every single day. So I want to put this right here, because as we are building our 2021, as we are building our vision boards, as we are building our goals and our ways that we're going to be getting in 2021, then we need to start thinking about that there's smaller things that we have to do every single day. We have to be consistent. We have to show up. We have to connect. We have to interact, every single day. That needs to be part of it, because those smaller steps, daily steps, they are going to be able to take us to the bigger goals that we have, right? To writing the book, to being part of a TED show, and things like that. So being sure to create small mini goals every single week, every single day, and also be able to celebrate every single win that you have, and as you are walking towards your bigger goals. So number 4 for today is actually write everything down. Writing down just makes it a compromise, makes you accountable. And Jim Rohn also has a quote that says that you cannot have a week happen properly until you actually have it marked on paper, until you have planned, until you know that this is what I'm going to do. Because once it's on paper, it really is going to happen. We also have a saying in medicine that if it's not written, it means that it was not done. So it's so important for you to write it down, make it a compromise to yourself, and make yourself accountable to what you've written down. I mean, that's why I always say in the beginning that I hope you guys have the goals for this week already written down, because that is the way that you can know that you are moving towards something, and that's your compromise to yourself, and you can be kept accountable for it. And how do you actually keep your goals in front of you, keep your goals keep your goals focused? And this is why we were having the vision board party. If you were part of it, and if you're not, you're more than welcome to catch the replay, and you can just write there in the comments that you would like the link for it, and then we'll give it to you. But by creating a vision board, it really helps you keep your goals in front of your eyes, and that keeps your focus really, really on point. You want to know, why are you doing the things that you're doing, and where are you going to be going, so that when things are not going so well, when there's obstacles, when there's rejection, when there's objections, you still look at your vision board and you're like, but you know what? Even with all these difficulties, this is where I'm going. If I decide to quit right now, then there's no point in Um, Oh, Facebook user, I don't see your name. And I see that you say, hello, can you share one of those goals you put on the vision board you built in 2019 for 2020? Did you achieve it? If not, what do you think went wrong? Okay, I will tell you on my vision board, and I will tell you, okay, let me finish here and then I'll answer your question. So, writing down your goals, putting them on your vision board. Ademir, so great to see you. Um, and yes, writing down your goals is also important. Having vision boards, it's also extremely important. And I will tell you now, as the question has been asked there, for 2019, there were two goals that were on my vision board. And the one was to be part of, to be interviewed on a TV show. That was actually not in 2019. That was probably part of the vision board in 2018. And in 2019, the other goal that was there was also to be part of to be interviewed in a radio show. So both of those, they actually have happened. I was actually invited to be part of a TV presentation regarding preventative medicine. So that happened in the beginning of the year. So that was part of the vision board as well. So that has happened. And I'm still not taking it out of the vision board because I believe that there's more that can happen from there. And the second part regarding the radio interview, it was also, I was invited for a radio interview in February 2020, which was part of the vision board for 2019. And that has also happened. And it was basically to talk about the experience of being an entrepreneur and being a medical, and being a healthcare professional, and also talking about preventative medicine on those bases. So those two have happened. But it's not just that. I mean, I've been building vision boards for quite a while. And I have to say that a lot of the things have happened. Not a lot of the things, but many of my goals on the vision board have happened. They did not happen specifically 3 months after I built the vision board, but it really happened in a moment that I wasn't really expecting. But it was always there and I was always working towards it. So those are a few of the things that I can share with you, Ademir. And yes, I do have a few, like as I said on the vision board party. I remember that when I bought my car currently, I did say I wanted a red car. And a few days before the car actually was coming, they had said that they didn't have a red car, they only had white. But just 2 days before they delivered, someone else decided that they didn't want a red anymore. And I ended up getting my red car. So that had been on my vision board for about 2 years. And I wanted a red one. I was a bit sad when they called me to say that they only had white, but really happy when they called me to say that I was actually getting a red car. So those are a few of the things that actually did have happened. And that's why I stand by vision boards. I believe in vision boards and they really keep me going. But the other thing that I want to say about writing them down is that they have to become part of your routine. You need to leave them, you need to enjoy them, and you need to make them part of what you are. So on the vision board party, we did speak about a few of the mistakes that people make when they are building vision boards and why they probably don't work. And yeah, we go more in depth on that. So making 2021 your best year definitely depends on you and depends on your goals, and also depends on how much you're willing to put in, because there's nothing about putting all of this, writing down, staying realistic, creating small mini goals, if you decide not to take any action. So all of this vision board with action, it can definitely take you to different places and to amazing places. So thank you so much,